Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, February 8th, 2023. And market's looking kind of bearish today after Jerome Powell's crazy roller coaster of a ride yesterday. After we ended the stream, we ended up taking a few more trades and managed to get significantly more green in the paper side, as well as a little bit more green on the evaluations as well. I posted the updated results inside the Discord community. Um, but yeah, it's looking kind of bearish. A little bit of a pullback from yesterday. Not a big deal. Um, I have a new kind of tea today, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'll try it out. It smells nice. It's got very much like a cinnamony to it. It's pretty good. It's almost fruity. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in to the charts, and let me put this up here too. All right. So taking a look at the charts today. Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell everybody Apex is doing an 80% off right now. Again, it's an 80% off for life. I can drop a link in the chat. There's also a link in the description as well. For the record, guys, I have not started trading in the Apex account that I set up, so I can't give them a complete review right now. But I will say that it is pretty inexpensive right now. But yeah, it's 80% off right now for life that they have over there at Apex. One of the biggest drawbacks to me so far with it is that I have to trade with NinjaTrader. And NinjaTrader is just by far it's the most encumbering software I've ever used for trading, which is actually why I haven't taken any trades in my Apex account yet, is because I've been just trying to get my NinjaTrader right and learn the software in between doing everything else that I have to do with my life. So I'm just not comfortable today. I'm just trying to get comfy on the chair. It's not working out. But yeah, guys, you can certainly check them out. Again, I can't give a full-on review of them of the quality of everything or anything like that, but I do know that there are a lot of people that get funded by these guys, and that they do pay out based off of other people's results. On paper, Apex looks to be one of the best ones out there in terms of the what they pay you, as well as how many times you can withdraw. So they do have a lot of benefits and value to them as well. But obviously, normally we're talking about elite trader funding. But these guys got that discount, and I don't want to ignore it. I don't want to leave you guys out of that opportunity to get this. It's 80% off. That's a lot off. So, having said all that stuff, guys, let's go ahead and dive on in to the charts. It has been trending downward today. I don't know why I have this on my chart here. I don't have Wilders on. It says GTM. This does not have Bulls Bears. Trade function, futures trader. Is this really my... No, I got Bulls Bears here. Trade futures. Okay. This is the correct chart here. Very bearish looking day so far. This is actually one of the reasons why I stopped trading futures at the open was really just because the like insane volatility that would often take place right at the open. Um, Today, a lot of it was just falling down. Look at this drop. Makes sense though after yesterday's, like, because this is yesterday's climb up here. Yeah, right there. This was Jerome Powell starts speaking. Jerome Powell stops speaking. Market recovers after Jerome Powell's speech. And then now we're pulling back off of this rip here. On the 5-minute chart, we have a 5,200 crossover to the downside. So I expect that we may have some sell-off potentially for the rest of the week. This is the move here. So it's like this incredibly long, drawn out flag almost. There was the 5,200 crossover that happened yesterday at about 11:45. This ripped all the way into the after hours. And then here's a crossover that's happening today, which happened at about 3:15, 3:30 or something like that this morning. And is now falling down off this 5,200 crossover here. So we do have, I'm going to put in a retracement here down to 4,100. We already marked that resistance. I'm going to get zoomed in on this section here. So this had resistance. Put it right there at the support level. I know I'm just doing a lot of like technical analysis right now, but I'm going to just clean up the chart a little bit. Remove the drawings from more than 2 days ago. So we just have today's artwork on. Sorry if it seems like I'm just manipulating the chart over and over and over again. But I'm trying to get some analysis in here all the way across. I don't normally go this in deep. Yeah, that's what we're gonna say that from now on. In depth. I don't normally go this in depth on my tech analysis, but I think given that we're retracing a lot of this move, I think it makes sense to take a little bit of time to do this. We rejected up there at the 200. We're pulling back now. I expect that we may have some bounces off of this lower band of the VWAP. Right now we're below it, and I think that we may continue to be below it for a little while. This is what I mean by bounces here along this lower band of the VWAP. You see we had this big drop. We dropped through it. We're kind of like grinding slightly back up to it. But you can see it's actually angled downward. And so there's going to be, I think that there'll likely be some pops, but more continued downward momentum on the day for a while. So we'll probably be shorting today and probably scalps. We're going to need to measure our TTM along the way. And We're going to take a look at the contract size, the volume size. Volume is pretty big. So this big drop here was 11,000 contracts. This one was 6,600. This one's 9,700. 54, 46, 43. Yeah, so pretty large size volume. The next thing I wanted to measure was the TCM, so we're getting this red to yellow right now. This went from 10.8 to 11.5, 11.8. Now we're pulling up to 11.2. So we're going from 0.8 to 0.2. That's a difference of about 0.6. That's pretty good. So if that's the case, we may have some opportunity off this bounce here. 11.8 to 11.3, and we're on 6,500 contracts, 4,300 contracts. Yeah, I'm gonna join the bid right there. It got so laggy just off that trade. 11.3 to 10.1 or so. Pulling back to 41.50. 41.50 may act as resistance or support. I'm going to join the bid off of it though. Go long based off of the TCM movement. I'm also going to jump to my evaluation side. So on the eval, on the 100K, we only need to earn about $800 more, and then we should qualify for our funding. On the 50K account, it's still like 2,500 because we lost so much like 2 Fridays ago. So we lost pretty poorly. I want to take this in the eval, given the movement on the TTM. Really, like that movement on the TTM alone, to me, kind of conveys that this has some strength to do a trend reversal. In at 50.25, and I'm looking to get out at 52, basically 51.75. So that was a nice trade there. Join the bid at 52.50 in the 100K account. I'm only in 2 contracts. I'm looking for a move up to 54. Frankly, I thought this was a really nice move. It was a better move than I thought that it would be. It was a nice bounce off the view app, or the lower band of the view app, really. I'm going to get out before the EMA 35. I'm going to reduce this order here to 53. Currently down $100 in this trade. I reduced down to 53 because I want to be right below the EMA 35, which is at 53.75. Maybe I'll bump up to 53.25. Pull back all the way down to almost 50. I really should have anticipated this pullback and gone for the entry there. Yeah, so I'm not real happy about that. 7.4 on the 7.1 on the TTM to 5.5. It's pretty good momentum. Going all the way back to 50, our entry is at 52.50. That's like quite a lot of ticks to the downside. Probably should have shorted this, but now our music stopped. There's 4 seconds left in this candle. It's currently at 4.6 on the TTM. from 6.1. This is just too much of a pullback. Dipping below 50. Ooh. I probably gotta cut this. I know exactly what I did. I answered high. Really, I answered kind of off that move there. Now the EMA 35 has dropped down 50 cents or so. Getting a 3-minute pullback. This does have a pretty decent buyer support here. It'll drop down to 53. That would be a big move in and of itself. I gotta cut this. I'm out.
Order filled.
Big loss on that. Loss of 434.16. That hurts because that was a big chunk of my profit. That really sucked. I took that trade off the TTM momentum, which was working out here on the paper side, but it worked out because I got in early on it. This one I just showed up too late to that move on the evaluation side, so that's my fault. As with not all, but the vast majority of the losses that we take are our own fault. So 5.7 to 4.7 to 3.6. Now we're getting this pop. Figures I filled at the very bottom of this. We also went long on this side as well for that green candle that was stacking up. 4.7 to 3.59 to 2.7. We are coming up on a cyan switch. I'm gonna view this on the 3-minute chart. On the 3-minute chart, I want to see a red yellow. 5.8 to 6.1. Our next candle is going to be in about 15 seconds on the 3-minute chart. 5.8 to 5.9, 6.0 area. I'm in at 50-50. I'm trying to get out of 52. Pulling back to 48s. Got a red to yellow on the 3-minute side. Joining the bid here. Exiting, joining the bid again.
Order filled.
Entered at 49.75. Gonna try to get out at 52. Did pull back again to 49. Son of... Don't be a fake out. Looks like it might be a false break. We're at our risk level. Coming back up off our risk. EMA 35 is now at 52.25. 9 is still below 12. Pumping this up to 51.50. Did come up to 51, which is where our original sell order was. I'm taking that profit.
Order filled.
There was 51.50. Dang it. Got out of 50 and a quarter. Got in at 49.75. So definitely, man, could have taken more profit on that. Kind of stifled my own profit by taking that profit there. On that pullback, it did pop up to 52. We were trying to get out of 51.50. So that was a nice trade there, but we have ground to make up now. So we were up 1,200 at the beginning of the day. Now we're only up 800. So we lost almost 400 now at this point. Does look like we're getting a cyan switch here. We're getting a switch on the 3-minute chart from 6.1 to 5.9. Just gonna jump into the chat real quick. That's got to be disorienting. I've actually been watching traders trade in TOS before, and I heard it be like brink, and I was like, oh no, why am I not a trade? What's going on? And it was actually them placing a trade. I thought it was pretty funny. So on our new 3-minute side, we went from 5.9 down to 6.3 on the 3-minute chart. So we're actually getting some grinding downward in the momentum. On the 1-minute side, though, however, we have a possible crossover with 1226. The 5200 are also kind of not very far apart, so they're kind of working their way back. We are getting a cyan switch here on reasonable momentum, but I don't think I can trust a breakout until I see the 9 EMA get above the 12 EMA. We got faked out up here. I thought that this would move up to the 35 and then reject. It didn't, and so this costed us a pretty decent amount in our 100K eval. And then we also we did it. So we've only taken 2 trades, but our second trade was decent. I cut out of it too early though. I'm gonna get zoomed in on this here, and I'm also gonna throw a little price level right there at 52, which has acted as some resistance. Right now, the 9, this yellow line, is below the 12. We are very close to a crossover. I want to see this 9 get above the 12 in order to really kind of trust this breakout. Without it, I don't think I can trust this breakout, even with the TTM stacking the cyan 0.9 to 1.6 to 1.9. It's not like amazing momentum numbers. Also, the 50 EMA is still pointed downward. So 50 EMA is $3 off from the 200. So, like I said, I think that the move is to wait for the 9 EMA to get above the 12. Right now, we're kind of getting this bounce off of the lower band of the VWAP, and we're kind of pulling back down and testing this level here. You know, are we going to be able to hold 50? Given the price action, I think that there is a good potential of a trend reversal on the day toward the upside. We may see that at the top of the hour. Again, that's I think it's a good chance. That's not me saying that it will happen. Does this 5200 crossover happen on the 1-minute side, just like right at 7:30? So we still have to kind of fight through this section here in order for this to really play out. We're at 7:51, so we probably have a new 3-minute candle. On the 3-minute side, we did switch on the TTM to 1 yellow, and then we're back to the red chili peppers. We went from 5.9 to 6.6 to 7.6. So there's actually a lot of momentum toward the downside. I went short off of 45. I was going to try to get out of 44.25. We got a lot more than that on there. We ended up making like 300 plus on that. We're up 1250 in the sim. Would have been a nice short on the eval side. How about 1 to 5? You can also do seconds. I'm gonna add a custom time on a 3-minute chart here. I wonder how I can save it up here in the time periods. Come down, test the new lows at 42.50. $6.6 to 7.9 on the 3-minute chart. So that has a lot of downward momentum. A lot of sell force on this. 5-minute chart looking like 2.2 to 3.5 to 5.0 on the TTM5. Our next 5-minute candle is going to be at 7:55. It's in about 1 minute. $3.5 to 4.9. I think I want to see some leveling off on the 5-minute chart as well. Maybe a red to yellow on the 5 would be more favorable. This breakout failed mainly because it didn't have the support of the 3 or the 5-minute chart. And also, like I said, at 7:30, we got that downward cross there, indicating downward trend on a longer term basis. For me to trust the upward move, I'm going to need to see the 9 EMA get above the 12 EMA. They're really close to a crossover, the 1226. $47.6 and 48. So they're super close. $0.2 to 0.7 on the TTM red on the one side. TTM 1 on the red side. Little hammer candle there. Getting another pop. Another bounce off the lower band of the VWAP. So here's a bounce to the lower band of the VWAP. Here's a bounce to the lower band of the VWAP. So these do provide pretty decent moves. Honestly, this looks like it's going to do it again. I'm going to join the bid here at, see if I can get in at 47.50. Or move up to 49. Another possible crossover there. 0.5 to 0.9 on the TTM1. Nice little pop. I'm going to jump to that 5-minute chart and take a look at that new candle. We did get that trade. Probably should start applying that to the eval. 3.5. Let's see, 4.9 to 6.2 on the 5. 3-minute chart. 6.6 to 7.6 to 7.9, 7.8. So we're getting some leveling on the 3-minute chart as well. We have resistance there at 49 and 50 area. Gonna jump back to the 1-minute chart and get zoomed in hyper close here. We have this possible crossover that's of the 12 EMA and the 26 simple. That's the cyan and the white here. Again, I don't really trust this breakout until this 9 gets above that 12, which could be a minute. Actually, I can get this crossover, this 1226 crossover, before I get this 9. It's possible. As you can see, it's really close to it as well. 0.6 to 0.8. Resistance likely up there at 50 and a half. If I was to take this trade on the eval side, it would be an anticipation trade, and we already saw how that worked out, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to wait for the most confirmed trades that I possibly can see. This looks pretty decent. Nine still below the 12. And that crossover still hasn't happened yet. We did get a yellow candle though. 0.7 to 0.6. Pop up there to 49. 49 and a quarter. We got a 3-minute candle about 1 minute ago. That 3-minute candle did end yellow. 7.8 to 7.4 on the TTM3. So we may see a trend reversal here at 8 o'clock. This breakout failed. But I don't know if it's going to continue to fail. Again, I'm not going to trust it until that 9 gets above that 12. $30 seconds to 8. Just gonna check with y'all's, see how everyone's doing. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Nice, you got it for a scalp. That's awesome. Down in the eval today, basically got one bad trade and one so-so trade. Pulling back again to the lower band of the VWAP, or near it. 0.9 to 0.9 to 1.4, 1.5 or so. Now popping back up towards 1. This crossover came super close. Upon its, it even got a like classic looking pullback. I bet a lot of people bought into this pullback. That was basically the trade that I took. The first one that lost me the $400 or so. Was basically this, was buying into this pullback for an intention to run back up even further. I think we're hitting new lows. We are. I felt like shorting after this too. Probably should have. Pushing down even further. The new lows. They're well below the lower band of the VWAP now. We're up 1550 in the sim. We've not traded in the 50K. We're down about almost 400 in the 100K, which really sucks because we were at 1200 of 2000, so we only needed about 800 more bucks. Now we need more like 1200 bucks in order to earn our funding. So we were 60% of the way, now we're like 40% of the way. So we lost a pretty good chunk. $1.6 to 1.9. Reduce this down to 3 ticks. 1.6, 2.1, 2.6 on the TTM 1 minute side. By the way, if y'all are chilling, y'all are hanging out, make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. It really does make a big difference. If you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market, be sure to check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are awesome. I truly love their customer service. One of the very first things I like to talk about because I think it's one of the most important things for a company. I also really like that they took a lot of time to actually put together a very coherent, very modern website that functions quickly and easily. The FAQ works really well. The ability to find information very quickly on the website is something I personally very much care about. Um, Especially, I used to design websites, so I care a lot about this stuff, and I know what effort goes into it. So all that stuff there. Outside of those things, what about the evaluations? Personally, I think they have some of the best opportunities available. They start at 10K. You can go all the way up to $300,000 in equity, and trade even 30 positions in the micro or the e mini, which is just a crazy amount of positions. But yeah, I'm currently working on the 50K evaluation here in the one step, and I'm working on the 100K static evaluation. One thing is really nice about the static evaluations is that they just have a flat drawdown. So basically, if you lose this much money off of your 100,000, then you fail. If you make this much money off your 100,000, then you succeed. It's pretty simple. That's one thing I really like about the statics. They're just super straightforward. If you use the link in my description and the promo code JSBEST, you'll actually lock in a lifetime discount. Next to every plan that you see here, there's a see more details link right here. It's highlighted in like cyan color. You can click on it and you can figure out how that particular plan style evaluation works. And I think it's worth a read before you actually take any action on anything. So make sure y'all check this out. It's Elite Trader Funding. There's a link in the description for you guys. I'll also put one here in the chat. It's just let me grab one for you. But there is a link in the description. So there you have it in the chat. Let's go ahead and get the charts back up and see what's going on with this. Are we getting a trend reversal? Are we not? 2.2 to 2.3 to 2.4. So we're like moving like slightly down on momentum, but it's like so minor. It almost feels like a lot of the volume left, but it didn't. It's still here. It's just not moving much at the moment. 3 minute side, just showing continued downward moves. It definitely is a bearish day for sure. Whoops. Three minute looking like 7.8 to 8.3 to 8.5. I'm gonna call it 8.6 to 9.3. So a little more downward action. I'm gonna jump to the eval. I was considering taking a short on this. I'm like really hesitant to take shorts a lot of the time because they'll like flash down and then fill immediately, and then just you're just down in your trade pretty much the whole rest of the time, and it's pretty frustrating. So that one went to my sell order, but didn't fill it. Trying to get out at just like one tick, honestly. but I may have to cut this and just take its loss. Wow, that like went through my sell order. There you go. We're up 1,600 on the sim side. It's like a short all day kind of thing. Ah. Doesn't look like that trend reversal is inbound anytime soon. We still have movement available all the way down to like 41.25. So don't think that this can't go any lower, because it absolutely can. Currently the market is down 0.8%. So pretty minimal. Coming back up here to the upper band. Hopping up towards 41. 5-minute chart on the TTM going from 7.9 to 9.9. So that's indicating even further downward move. We've got basically stair-step pattern bear flags all the way down. The reason why I got caught in this one had to do with we were getting the trend reversal on the TTM, had to do with the U-shaped pattern breakout there, and it had to do with that the 50 and the 200 were still pretty close together. So there was an opportunity right here, if there had been enough buyers that stepped in, for this to come back up and test the VWAP. And that's what caught us. Getting a red to yellow on the 1-minute chart. This is flowing from 2.6 to 3.0 to 3.4 to up to 3.1. Another attempt at a crossover. 3.2 was where that ended, and this is 2.9 on the TTM. For the breakout to work, obviously 9 needs to get above the 12, but that doesn't mean that we can't take a scalp here. And so I'd be looking to get out at 45 or below. This went from 3.2 to 3.0. And it's continuing to pull back some. So that red to yellow is beginning to fail there. We're down 500 in this trade at the moment on the paper side. You got distracted by a text message. 3.2 to 3.2 to 3.4. I'm going to cut this trade. Yeah, cutting it there. Loss of 550 on that one. Now green 1050 on the paper side. Looks like it might just pop back up, but I'm gonna stay mainly in the paper account today with the bearish action. It's an all bear day after a very bullish day yesterday. So, and which is very common. A lot of times we'll get like a really bullish day and it'll be followed by a really bearish day. It makes sense, adds balance in the market. It's a little difficult to trade when you're trading every day like that. But It is what it is. So basically, I want to see a red to yellow on the 3-minute side. We're a long way off from that, it looks like. 9.97 to 10.5 to 10.9, maybe 11. Falling down to 40 there, making new lows. Bouncing off those new lows. I think this has room all the way down as low as 35, which is, this one's listed at 33. 10.5 to 10.9 on the TTM. 3. Challenging trade day. It's kind of hard to trade when you are going up against this sort of downward trends. Really, it's the same chart pattern, but everything's in reverse. Wish I had actually shorted off this cyan to red, or dark blue to red, you know. Still downtrending in every moving average. Flash down to 38. Now we're popping back up to 40. Buyers stepped in heavy on that one. Red to yellow on the 1-minute chart. From 3.9 to 3.8 though. Buyers would have to step in heavily again, but like really heavily, in order for this to actually take advantage of that red to yellow. Right now is not a day where I want to trust the red to yellow. I'm picturing more like cyan to dark blue to back to cyan, just on the downside. $3.9 to 4.0 on the TTM1. Whew. Kind of a boring day. Plenty of momentum on the downside, I guess. Another yellow candle again. I can't really trust the breakout until the 9 gets above the 12. 4.1 to 4.0. In the bid right there. Going the bid at 39.75. My intention was to take advantage of that bounce that it looked like it was kind of putting in. But that bounce, even that bounce failed. $4.18 to 4.22. There we go. The bounce is back. We ended with a yellow. We got 4.18 to 4.0 to 3.6. So that's pretty reasonable momentum shift there. 4.09. So I'm going to call this 4.1 to 3.9. Gonna hold off on that one for the moment. We're up 1,200 in the sim. We're down 400 in the 100K, and we have not traded in the 50K yet. 4.1 to 3.6, and we've got 10 seconds left in this candle. We're pulling up to 42s. Watch out for resistance there, 45. Another Another possible crossover, the 1226 inbound. Can't trust it till the 9 gets above 12. We'll have a new 3-minute candle in about 30 seconds. 3.0. Let's see, 3.5 to 3.06. Joining the bid here on that red. Trying to join on the red. Entered in at 42.75. I was trying to get in at 41, or off 42. It just didn't want to let me. 3.6 to 2.8. Decent looking breakout. 9 is getting close to that 12. Watch out for resistance at 45 or 44.50 or so. This ended from 3.5 to 2.9 to 2.0, which is looking really good, really solid. And we did get a new 3-minute candle. Nice. So we've got 2 3-minute yellows in a row. This is important. 11.0 to 10.3, so good momentum, to 9.0. Okay, so we're getting some decent momentum build up here. I'm gonna go for like 12 ticks. Take a little bit of a swing, and what does this go up to? 50. I'm gonna join the bid right here. Entered at 44, and I'm looking to get out of 47, and then I'm gonna switch over to the evaluation side and join. I joined the bid there at 45.50, which is way too high. I tried to get in here at 44 something, and it just kind of was in the middle of a rip when it joined. So that really sucks. I'm just going to put this 1 tick up, hopefully get out with a little bit of profit. That sucks. That was a bad entry on my part. Again, kind of frustrated with that because I'm getting these kind of late, and that's my fault, not the software's fault. Putting my exit at 46. Nine is above the 12, so that looks good. We're pulling back to 150 on this. I should say a loss of 150 at the moment. This is a 46.25 for the 50 EMA. 9 is above 12, so this is a little bit more of a trustworthy breakout. I'm debating whether or not I should put this up at 47 as my exit point. 47 is my exit point on the paper side. I definitely screwed up on the entry. A lot of pullback on that. $4,200 volume in the last 2 candles. Last 3 candles, actually. We got hitting resistance there at the EMA 35. 9 is above the 12. Damn, dude, come on. We've got 3 seconds left in this candle. Ah, I gotta cut this again. Oh my gosh.
Order filled.
So we basically gave back $1,000 on the day. We gave back all of our efforts in the 100K. That hurts a lot. 9.1 to 8.5. I feel emotion now in my trading, so I can feel like my heart is kind of pounding. So I'm definitely feeling a lot right now. I'm gonna cut this trade here. So that was a loss of 900 or so. Ouch. That's all I got to say. We're still profitable on the account, but we gave back $1,000 of our efforts. So what was up at 60% to goal is now just over 10% to goal. I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to breathe. We actually flashed down and we just hit a new low right there. I have to look at the chart pattern upside down today, but it's difficult with the moving averages. It's all based on, like, a lot of it is based on going long. And I know that's not the movement today, especially because I even said earlier that we had, range all the way down to 35. Here's that range hitting at 35. We're going to focus on staying optimistic today. We're definitely not at the bottom, I don't think. I think that in regards to my trading on the day, I'm actually pretty shocked that we went down that far on the 100K account, honestly. I really, truly am. But for whatever reason, I've been feeling like way too high on the moves. So I'm getting the moves on the paper side, but then when I actually go to take it on the evaluation side, I'm taking it too late and I'm often hurting myself because I'm ending up too high on my entries. So throw the chart back up here. You can see we're pulling in new lows on the day. I'm going to stand up and I'm just going to stretch and just be a little bit, I guess, regain some clarity and some focus on the day. You're getting a pretty heavy rip downward. Really, I'm not a big fan of the days where the shorts are in control. I really just am not. I feel like you need to just do nothing but shorting for 6 months. Ugh. Trading in my pajamas today. Today's a pajama day. Big drop down. Dropping down to 30s now. So we exited this. We had entered there at 45. We exited at 40. This is just way too much risk that we took. And then since it is just ripped downward at an exponential rate. We're still up 500 in the sim. I thought that this had the capability to bounce off this after putting in a couple yellow candles. Boy, was I wrong. I said movement available down to like the 35, like 41.35 or so. Our low of yesterday was 40.98 or so. And this, by the way, came after it made the high, because yesterday, before it made that high, it was making this high here. This was basically when J Powell went and spoke yesterday. It ripped up crazy from down here off of 41.25, ripped all the way up to 41.75, and fell down below 4,100. So this dropped like $80 yesterday, only to come back and rip another $100. It's just absolutely insane moves. Because if you were even in one single contract of that, $100 is 400 ticks. It's $5K off of one contract. It was a lot of downward pressure. 9.4 to 10.0, or 10.6, I should say. 9.4 to 10.6 to 10.8. Pulled all the way back to 30. If I look at this on the 3-minute chart, basically been rejecting along the 9 EMA. So given that logic, I have movement available up to 37 from 31. I'm gonna just test it. Why the hell not? We're in at 29.75, and I'm gonna look to get out at 34. I'm just testing something. It might lose. I have no idea. The 9 EMA is right there at 35.85 or so. So basically, I'm trying to get out below the 9 EMA. So my X is at 34. The 9 EMA is at 30, almost 36. So I think that we're good. Basically, what I'm seeing here is that we've been rejecting along the 9 EMA all day. And so my intention is for this to come up and reject at the 9 EMA. I want to test this out and see the quality of this theory. Because it would be basically the same strategy that we normally play, which is when it pulls back to the 9 EMA, we go long for it to bounce off the 9 EMA. So this is the same strategy. It's just we're waiting for it to pull up to the 9 EMA and bounce away from the 9 EMA towards the downside. $10.8 to 11.5 on the TTM3. Our next candle is going to be at 33. So we just got this current candle, 30. Currently, we're profitable in this trade at the moment. It could just reject right here at 30, but 9 is at the same location that it was actually. This is on the 3-minute side though, so on the 1 minute, the 1 minute is not laying out necessarily the same pattern, although it's pretty close. You see the rejections along the 9 here. This is the exception, where it comes up, rejects off the 35. And along the 26 area. Okay, so we actually gave back our profits on the day with that. So this came up and hit the 9, it hit it on the 1 minute chart, not the 3-minute chart. I'm gonna drop this down to just the 30 and get out hopefully with a slight profit. 7.2 to 7.9 to 8.3. What I'm doing right now is I'm testing theories and strategies to be able to make the same sort of strategies that I currently use profitable in a short bias market instead of a long bias market. So that's what I'm attempting to do at this particular moment, even though I'm in long at this time. That doesn't mean that we're going to stay that way. 7.2 to 7.9 to 8.4. Movement at about a half a point on the downside. 8.4 to 8.9. I'm going to cut this. So that puts us negative 150 on the day. I'm going to reduce this down to 3. Right now, like, I'm just looking for an edge. That's all I'm doing. 8.4 to 9.3. It's definitely a lot of downward move. Look for a long off 25, but missed it. Really short right here. Off of 26 and a quarter. And I'm looking for a move back down towards 25. I'm just in whatever the opposite direction is today. Real. There's that move back up to 30 that I said I was looking for. $9.0 to 8.7 to 8.1. Another possible crossover inbound. $8.7 to 8.2. In the bid there. In long off 28.75. Tried to get in long on the eval at 29. Missed the entry. We did get this trade. Doji to the top on that one. We went 8.7, 8.1. to now 7.6. I'll look to enter off of oh, it's kind of popping up. But the entry I was considering was actually at like 29.50 or so, which it did pull back to 8.1 to 7.5. Right here at that 9 EMA. New candle in about 15 seconds. We did get a pop up there to 31. From 7.4 to 6.4.
Order filled.
Join the bid off 31.25. I'm trying to get out of 32.50. I'm gonna reduce down to 32. I'm just gonna try to take 3 ticks. I'm also gonna switch to this over here to 3 ticks on the day. Oh, come on. Don't stall out here. Switching this to 1 tick. Right on break even. Gotta be kidding me, dude. I'm out.
Order filled.
Done trading in the 100K on the day. I'm not going to take any more losses. We already gave back everything that we worked for these last 2 weeks. So very frustrating on that. It's amazing. You know, you can lose your entire account off of one day. It's just absolutely nuts. We have 25% accuracy today over our normal 92. So definitely and we've only taken 4 trades. We only won once. So this is by far one of the worst trading days I've had in a while. We're not in a trade in the paper side. Yeah, that's kind of one of the challenges too, is like when you're like nickel and diming your way back, you know, it's just like it is it's a pain because you know you're coming up 15 to 20 or maybe 30 or $40 at a time, but then when you take your loss is 200, 300, 400 or something like that. And so you're taking significantly larger losses than you are gains when it's like that. And so that's quite a challenge. Every breakout has failed so far. Um, so it's almost like you just want to like be like, oh, okay, well, it's attempting a breakout, so we should just short it And while that makes sense logically based off of everything that's been happening today, um, it may make sense logically, but it also does not make sense logically, because when you're looking at it as well, you're like, everything is saying that it should break out here, then it doesn't. And so basically today has been nothing but false breakouts, or false breaks. I shouldn't say breakouts, but false breaks today. And because that's the case, I mean, I can't trust anything really until we actually get a real trend reversal. And that to me means missing out on like everything from here all the way up to the VWAP practically. It means like almost waiting for the 5200 cross. I mean, if that is the case, I mean, we're going to be waiting around all day if it even happens at all. But I traded myself into oblivion on the day, and now I'm actually negative in the account now. And so if I look at the 100K account, we're actually negative $11. So that's pretty crazy to think about, when you think about the work that we put in these last few weeks. We've taken 12 trades in the paper side, or actually more than that. Sorry, I think it's 15. 15 trades, yeah. $5.1 to 4.8 to 4.3 to 4.0. Let me short right there. He's short at 23.75. I wanted to actually get short at 24.50, but it filled me late. And now this is no longer a valid trade. $4.8 to 4.3 to 3.9. Now 3.8.
Order filled.
Join the bid off 25.50 for a move up 26.25. Looking for a very small move.
Order filled.
There we go. We got that. Nice little rip up there. That ripped up more than I even expected it to. Back into profit in the account at $54.86. Basically, I just kind of look at it as I'm just practically restarting. Pretty much am restarting. Very frustrating. We started the day needing to only make $800. Now we need to make a full 2,000. So pretty frustrating there. Pulling up to almost 30, which is a point of resistance. Pretty heavy point of resistance. I'm going to drop this thing from 33. I'm going to just put it down at 30. Because I think it's a worthwhile area. Possible crossover of the 1226. I'm going to check in on the 5-minute chart. I really want to see a 5-minute yellow candle. Obviously, we got one here, so I'm going to want to see like 2 to 3 in a row. Five-minute going from 16.9 to 18 to 18.6. So a little bit of leveling off there. It's now about 8:45. Gave back like the vast majority of our work today. Very, very frustrated with that. Let's see, 12.6 to 11.9 on the TTM3. It's a little bit of 0.7. Obviously, the moves can reject pretty heavily, which we saw here. So this is 12.6 to now 12.3. And kind of getting a little bit of rejection on that. And you can see that this was like a really large rejection right there. Throwing this as the support level. We're getting a list here for another possible crossover of the 12 and 26. $2.9 to 2.3 to 1.8 to 1.2 on the TTM1. Getting really zoomed in here. And that's because I actually want to see this 9 EMA get above that 12. I've mentioned it several times today. It's because it's about the only indicator that I can trust that is not going to give me a false read. That's one of the things I really like about it. Is it prevents a lot of false readings. It's pretty much one direction, and that's what I kind of like about it. 1.8 to 1.4 on the TTM1. Getting a little pop there up to 28.75. We have room up to 30. 1.4 to 0.7. .4 to 0.9 is currently where it's at. It has 30 seconds or so left in this candle. Very close to this crossover breakout, but again, 9 is below 12. It's very important to keep that in mind, because without that 9 above the 12, this breakout, in my opinion, doesn't exist yet. We've got that flag there that you can see. Big spike up. Rejecting off the 35. The EMA 35, that is. We have movement available up to about 34. Getting close to a cyan switch here. I'm going to bump this to 6 ticks, and I'm going to try and enter off of 29. Doesn't look like that's happening, so I'm going to go to 29.50. Oh, it did pull back to 29. We got in at 29 and a quarter. I'm going to jump to the evaluation side and look for go to the bid here. Entered at 30.
Order filled.
We're going to get out at 30.75. Very small scalps. That's what I'm going for. We did get a cyan switch. This does have good potential, but so has a lot of the other trades that we've taken on the day that has grinded down our account. A lot of resistance there at 30. Wow. So crazy, man. Putting it at 1 tick now. You've got to be kidding me, dude. Are they watching me? Like, what the hell? This absolutely should have broken at least up to that EMA 35, which is right there at 31 and a quarter. We've got a cyan switch, 9's above the 12. We're getting a crossover. There's a lot of reasons why this should be bumping up right now, and it's just not. And I gotta cut this again. Wow.
Order filled.
Wow. I don't believe that. Wow. Dude, that is crazy. Yo, that is nuts, man. That we're down 1350 in the paper side. We're down around the same in the eval side of 100K. But dude, that is crazy, man. Like, first off, I'm gonna stop trading the 100K. I want to say that right now. I'm gonna stop trading the 100K because this day's like, that absolutely bare minimum. That should have came up and tested this 35 again. On any day of the week. Low volume, high volume, bad volume, good days, bad days, short days, bear days, doesn't really matter. On any day of the week, that normally would have ripped up and at least tested this EMA 35. It's absolutely astonishing to me that did not do that. Join the bid here. In at 29.75. And currently have a exit point there. I'm going to try to get a 30.75 to be 4 ticks. That is so astonishing to me that didn't break out. Okay, 9 is above 12. We got the crossover. We've got the cyan switch from 0.7 to 1.2, so not very much momentum there. Coming up at 9 o'clock. This is looking decent. There is a potential for a trend reversal here, but I don't know. I can't trust the world right now. Can't trust nothing. Well, that one's all 11s. That's cool. 11.11. 10.6 to 9.4. This is all stacking on the TTM3. So that one did break out. Entered long at 30, looking to get a 31.50 on the paper side. Switching back to the 1 minute chart. Okay, so this is looking better. I don't trust anything anymore. I'm like paranoid now.
Order rejected.
I tried to get in at 31. I've like missed every breakout today. And it just ended in these like flop trades. Jumping to the 50K. Oh, come on, Ian. More coffee from the beautiful wife. Finally getting real breakout here. We're getting this real breakout. We're not in it. What the hell? Time left in this is like 15 seconds. I'm so sketchy. I don't even know an entry point anymore. I've been quit playing games with my heart. I should have known from the start that the market would kick my ass today. You've got to be kidding me, man. Like, of all the attempted breakouts, I just think we were just early to the party, dude. We answered long on the paper side. Filled us kind of high at 36.75. Joining the bid here. I'm in at 36.50. Looking to get out of 37.25 on the 50K account with 2 contracts. This one, our trailing max is at 1140. It's crazy to me that like a lot of the things that I've been trading today, like they'll come up, they'll hit my break even, and then reject off my break even. It's just really been quite the frustration.
Order filled.
All right, at least we're green in one account. Our trailing max is at 1312. I'm gonna try and take advantage of this this breakout here. I missed a lot of it. Basically, I missed like $7 of it, which is a massive amount. Probably one of our this is probably our worst trading day since the since 2 Fridays back. Gonna cut this and
order filled.
Short right there at 34.25. I'm looking for a move down to 33.50 or so. But I actually don't really like this trade, so I'm just gonna put it like 1 tick down and
order filled.
all right, we got that tiny little profit on that one. But I didn't really like the trade, so because I thought that we may get a bounce here at the EMA 50, which we are. We do have this possible crossover, the 5200 inbound. What's kind of crazy to me is that it's popping up now, but we're so far away from it. And it's weird to me that it's popping up now when it wasn't popping up like over here. That's so much sell-off. The shorts were very much in control today. Definitely the Bears were in control of every aspect of the day, and they were out in force. I'm gonna need to learn to be a better bear, I think. I'm definitely I'm pretty decent as a bull, but I think I really need to learn to be a better bear. 5.3 to 5.1, especially in the coming market, which I think a lot of us are expecting more pullback and more recession. Even with uh, disinflation, it's funny. Everything is a dis or a miss or it's like disinformation or misinformation or misinformation or misinformation or disinformation or whatever. 4.9 to 4.9. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of leveling off here and some bounce along the EMA 50. 9 is above 12 in good form. It's crossing above the 35. We're above the 26. I feel pretty decent about going long off the EMA 50 here. Even with this slight pullback on the TTM, we are pulling down below the 50, tapping the 35 there. This is 6,600, 4,200, 24, 38, 23, 14 on that one. That's pretty low. 23. We're pulling back now to the EMA 35. The 9 failed to get above the 50 EMA. We're going to want to see the 9 and the 12 get above that 50 EMA in order to really confirm the upward movement that we're beginning to get. Also on the 3-minute chart here, we're also going to want to see a crossover of the 12 and 26, as well as the 9 getting above the 12 EMA on the 3-minute chart. What was our entry on this? 33 and a quarter. We pulled back like $3 already, so I got to cut that. I'm still working on getting my edge on the day, so I'm okay with taking losses, at least in my paper side. I want to thank all the traded 41 times. Wow. I want to thank all the new subscribers, by the way. Thank you guys very much. We are very close to hitting 300. I think we're at 296 or something like that. Either way, what I can tell you is that this community is growing. Our Discord community is growing little by little. About 10% of our subscribers join our Discord community. We'd love for it to be higher, but I understand a lot of people are in a lot of Discord communities at one particular point in time, so they can be a little overwhelming. Inside of our Discord community, I just want you guys to know it's not a place where people are coming in and dropping a bunch of ego or being like, I am the best of the best of the best, or any of that kind of crap. We very much discourage that kind of behavior. Instead, we really encourage having an open mind, an open heart, and talking about things along the lines that things that progress us as humans. How can we work together to be better traders? How can we work together to create a better world? Or most importantly, I think just creating a business and a life that we all love. I think that's what's most important, because everybody has their own individual definition of success, and their own individual definition of what it means to be independent or financially free. And that's really a lot of what we talk about inside of our Discord community. So I'd love for you guys to join in. It's joelstraight.com/Discord. I'm not as active as I would like to be yet, but I will have more and more capability of that in the coming months. I've had to tie up a lot of stuff on my personal side of my life to free up more time to be here with you guys, which is awesome. This is very much worth it. But I will say thank you to all 296 of you who have subscribed. We're, like I said, we're 4 away from hitting 300. Would love it if you guys could like and subscribe to this if you're not already, or if you haven't liked it already. Um, and that would get us a little bit closer to hitting that 300 goal within our community. And also joining in our Discord community, saying what up. We'd love to have you guys there. Um, Looks like we're finally starting to get some of that breakout back into the market. We're on this 3-minute chart here, and it's still stacking on the TTM from 4.2 to 3.0. That's looking decent. I'd like to see a 1226 crossover on the 3-minute side. We pulled all the way back to the 26, and then we bounce off the 26. Now we're coming up and we're hitting resistance along the EMA 50. Luckily, the 9 is still above the 12. So we do still have bullish form at the moment. It is kind of in test though. And that's coming up and it's testing along the 35. This could continue to fail on the day. This trend reversal baseline that we're at right now may not play out toward the upside. We do have a solid baseline though that we're working with. We can even see that there's some beginning of ascending support beginning to happen as well from here to here. So we can even see ascending support beginning to happen along these lines. So this does have a really good shot at getting a trend reversal and coming up and testing the volume weighted average price right there at 4150. I think that the resistance at 4150 would be stacked. I think it would be very heavy, but I still think that there's an opportunity to run up to it. So we're currently at 4133. Went long off of 33, and I'm looking for a move up to 35. I'm jumping into the evaluation side of things, and I'm gonna switch this to 4 contracts, and I'm gonna look to join the bid here.
Order filled.
Entered at 33.50, and I'm looking to get out at 34.25. It's just 3 ticks with 4 contracts. Came up, touched my sell order. There we go. Up to 1386 in the 50K account. So at least we're making some progress somewhere. I'm going to jump to the 100K account, which I got to be careful in because we've basically destroyed this whole account today. And so I'm gonna just see if I can find some scalp opportunities here. There was a nice one at the beginning of this that I didn't get a capture on the 100K, but I got it on the 50K, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to flatten out this trade, take that profit there at 35.75, and it did come up to 36. I think it has room. Like I said, I think there is room up to 4150. I had a pretty strong feeling that this was going to bounce here, but we may run up and hit resistance right at this spot again, which is right there at 36 or so. As you can see, we hit resistance there 3 times. We hit resistance again here on the new candle. I have stronger, I think this is a stronger move because after this initial pop-up and we had this pullback here, if you notice, the 9 EMA never got above the 50 EMA. Now, the 9 and 12 are both getting above the 50 EMA. And so we do have some more opportunity there, I think. We may see a pullback to like 34, maybe 34.50 or something. I'm going to put a standing entry here at 35. Entered at 35. And I think we have a breakout inbound. I'm going to put that exit there at 37.50. I want to check this on the 3-minute chart. I hope to not miss this breakout in my evaluation because I do think it's coming. We've got a possible crossover, the 1226. 9 is beginning to get above the 12. We're also very close to a cyan switch on the 3-minute chart. I'm going to jump to the evaluation side of things. And
order
join the bid in the 100K off 33.50. Looking to get out 34.25. I got in an entry pretty much right off the 9 EMA. And I'm looking to just kind of grind this account back up. But this is going against us again. It's pulled all the way back to the EMA 35. Which is more than I expected that to pull back. And I'm going to have to cut this.
Order filled.
Wow. 100K account getting destroyed today. I don't have any more pullback on it available. Basically, once it hits 375, then it's done. So I only have another $100. So I'm not going to take a failure for no reasons. I do have a rebill on this though in like 2 days. We're down pretty heavily in this trade. This 3-minute breakout did not play out there. 1.7 to 1.6 to 1.1. We pull back to 30. We drop below that ascending support line. Luckily, we are green in our 50K account. We were able to capture a good amount of this move here. 1.6 to 1.3 on the TTM3. We're here at 9:15. I'm going to cut this trade. I mean, like, honestly, I should have cut it a long time ago. Probably going to be a loss of about 1,200 whenever it lets me out. Or let me out. Lost 1,200. I think it's going to break out, but it's not quite ready yet on the 3-minute chart. As far as the 5-minute chart goes, this one's probably a good 15, maybe 30 minutes out. But we are still continuing to stack 13.4 to 12.9 to 11.2. That's actually a really big move. It's like a movement of like 1.6. It's pretty decent momentum there on the TTM. We're pulling back up to 32. Resistance there at 36. Pretty heavy resistance. You can see it here, here, and here on these 3 candles. 12.9 to 11.2. That is really strong. Let's switch to the 1 minute chart. Get dialed in again. We're consolidating along this 50 EMA. This is where we took that loss on the 100K account, which is very frustrating because this really did look like it was just going to do exactly what it's doing now, which is super annoying. 1.6 to 1.4.
Order filled.
Went long off 33. I'm looking to get out 33.50 in the 100K.
Order filled.
Made that. Gonna jump to the 50K. $1.2 to 0.7. 9 is still above 12. Got a possible crossover of the 1226 again. $1.2 to 0.8. Weird. We've been streaming now for about an hour and a half, or an hour and 52 minutes, almost 2 hours. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. And also, guys, if you're trying to earn funding, futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are awesome. Wonderful customer service and a lot of plan options to choose from. Use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST. You can take advantage of a lifetime discount. I'm going to jump back into the chart because it did look like we do have a pending, like in incoming potential breakout here. Join the bid off of 34 and a quarter. I tried to get in at 33.50, which is actually where I wanted to be. I'm gonna try to get out at like 35.50 or so. This is popping up nicely here. We're coming up and we're hitting that resistance spot, which I'm going to mark. I kind of like that I can just move lines around however I want, like really easily in Trade-Evate. Join the bid at 35.50 in the sim. I'm gonna get at 36.50. I'm gonna switch this over to like 6 ticks. Get a nice pop there. Big breakout zone here. Trailing max is currently at 1469. We're gonna get an entry off of 37.50. I don't know if we'll pull back that far. We're at 37.75. Tapped my order entry, but didn't fill it, so I'm gonna cancel it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles in a row. So I don't know. We're coming up hitting 40. Like I said earlier, we have room up to 50. But this is actually room now more like up to 46. I'm enjoying the bid here, but I'm also gonna take a look at the 3-minute chart. I want to look where the resistance levels are on the longer charts. So we have resistance there at 40. New candle now. So for the 100K to get back into profit, I need to make about 400 bucks just to get the account back to break even. Not even break even on the day, just break even on the account as a whole. Why did this get moved up? Kind of wonky. Took a little micro trade there on TOS. Movement on the 3-minute chart from 3.1 to 4.2. So definitely have some breakout inbound. I'm probably gonna have to shut it down though. I have other stuff that I need to take care of today. Plus, we have a 2-hour max on our stream. So we're at hour 57. But go ahead and join into our Discord community, guys. Check out Elite Trader Funding if you're trying to earn some funding. Use the link in the description. And also, too, like I said, Apex is running a deal right now where they're actually hooking you up with 80% off. I cannot vouch for Apex yet. I can vouch for them as a company in terms of doing payouts. I've seen more than enough evidence that they do pay out, which is great. But they do require you to use Ninja Trader, which is by far one of the most challenging platforms I've ever used. So it's just I don't have enough review information to really recommend them, but I am currently trying them out. You guys are welcome to try them out with me. They're offering 80% off a lifetime right now. So link there in the description as well as in the chat. So all right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. And yeah, we'll see you there. All right. Peace.